Ma'am, do you see what's on your screen there relating to the smart jail mail?
I see it.
Okay. And let me just slide it up.
Just for the record, so the record knows what she's looking at. So the picture was 62 that we just,
Yes, sure.
that she just saw. And so this would be 63, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Defense exhibit.
Pause here. This might seem dull, but it's essential. What you're seeing is the groundwork for authenticating evidence. The prosecution is confirming that these smart jail mail messages are genuine, accurate, and authored by the defendant. Once that's proven, everything in them can be used as evidence.
63.
Thank you.
These are a compressed version of smart jail mail communications.
Yes,
Do you see that?
I see it.
And are these the communications? You can see the ones that you're responsible for are the outgoing communications.
Yes.
Can you look at that first outgoing communication just to make sure that it's accurate and it's yours?
Yes.
Okay. And so that appears to be from January of this year. And those are back and forth communications between you and Kate Brower. Is that right?
Right.
And it says this is 100 that's on this document of 236 entries. Would that be accurate in terms of your back and forth communications with Kate Brower since January 28th?
Judge, I'm going to object at this time. If we go back up to the top of the document, please.
Could go up to the top.
Judge.
2. And here's a classic courtroom moment. An objection for assuming facts not in evidence. In plain terms, the defense is arguing that the question leaps ahead without first establishing the necessary foundation. It's a strategic move, not just background noise.
This question assumes facts not in evidence. There's a date range at the top of the document that necessarily limits the number of messages that we're going to see.
I think I guess the date range is.
I'm not sure I understand that, Judge. May we approach?
Yeah, why don't we approach?
Ma'am, I'm sorry if I created some confusion there, but I'm asking for whether or not the 263 messages were from January 28th, the first.
Watch how the prosecutor adjusts course here. That's deliberate damage control. Jurors don't need confusion. They need clear, coherent timelines. This reset helps the state maintain credibility while keeping the witness anchored to the record.
Message up until October of last year. Does that sound right?
Oh, it sounds right. It's there.
Do you need to see any more, ma'am, in order to verify that these are your communications?
What is your question?
Do you need to see any more of this document in order to verify that these are your communications?
No.
Okay. Excuse me. Calling your attention to the Smart Jail Mail dated 12/9/2024 at 1:20 p.m. It will be identified as number 64.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you read that and see if that's a communication that you remember writing?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. And the highlighted area, can you read that?
And this is a pivot point. The focus shifts from emotional jail communications to mechanics of money, credits, transfers, and messaging fees. It's no longer about survival. It's about transactions.
The jury.
Yeah, it says, now I'm sending a message because I'm talking to Josh, Matthew's friend, and each time he sends a message, he transfers 50 credits, which is necessary to send a message.
And ma'am, if you can look at December 13th, the Smart Jail Mail, 12/13/2024 at 9:25 a.m. Did you write this
Yes,
and you recognize it?
I do.
Can you read the highlighted portion to the, I'm sorry, Judge, this would be Defense Exhibit 65.
Okay.
Can you read the highlighted portion to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes, it says, yes, let's work together to achieve more things. After a while, when I'm back home, I'll look for a producer and write a book with my story, and maybe even make a movie. Make money, right? Lawyers, producers, everyone tells me to do this, that I have a talent.
Ma'am, if you could look at what will be marked as Defense Exhibit 66, March 4th, 2025, 2:41 p.m. Is this something that you wrote?
Yes,
Okay. And can you read the highlighted portion to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
yes, it says, what can you do, right? I had a video call with a producer who works with Netflix.
Did you catch that? A book, a movie, producers, and money, all while sitting in jail on a murder charge. Ask yourself, how does a jury hear this? visionary or self-serving.
They want to make a movie or documentary about my case, and he explained in terms of compensation, money, etc. Things that Josh had denied, saying that don't do that, right? Anyway, he wants to finalize the contract already, so when I leave here, we can have the interview and everything else. But they want to be exclusive, so I can talk only to them. It's worth it. They want to pay because they want to talk to you too in interviews, and you share photos, videos, facts from when I was a child, adolescence, etc. Things for them to add to the movie. So they were thinking about $10,000, which would be around $55,000 in our money. Helps and it's good, but I want to negotiate. I want more than this because if I sign the contract, I end up losing other opportunities to make more money if I talk to other producers, etc. Right? We have to think. I know I can make even more than $25,000. It would already be more than $100,000 in our money, right?
This is where it gets uncomfortable. The conversation shifts away from justice or remorse and toward exclusivity clauses, negotiation leverage, and future earnings. Now the jurors are left to weigh motive, mindset, and morality all at once.
Think about our future. What do we want to do?
Your Honor, I'd identify this next item as exhibit number 67, 3/5/2025, 4:06 p.m. Ma'am, do you recognize this smart jail mail communication that you created?
Yes.
And could you please read the highlighted portions?
Yes. It says the documentary film will be made regardless of whether I am here or in Brazil. It'll be an interview and everything. I'm still talking to them, negotiating. I want a higher amount, especially since my whole life will be exposed to everyone, right? And they're going to be making a lot of money off of it. We deserve something.
Okay. And in that instance, so these last messages that have been in the spring of 2025 appear to have changed their tone. Is that correct?
What do you mean in terms of what?
Well, they're less about I'm so upset. I'm in this situation. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling torture. I'm feeling all those sorts of things. Or Brendan and I are still going to be together, which some of the older ones were. Or I haven't seen my lawyer. I don't know what's going to happen with this trial. We don't see any of that. We're talking about the future now, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you're talking about the future and basically what the future is going to mean for you monetarily. Isn't that right?
He talks about it.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
What I am doing?
Yeah, you're making a plan for how you're going to negotiate?
Eventually.
Okay. And I think your last words were, we do deserve something. Is
Yes.
that right?
It is right.
And what's the reason? Just give the details as to why you think you deserve something.
In my point of view, it's always been most about my family and what I've put them through, what they've been going through since my arrest and all this had happened, what they've been struggling with. And so my whole point was about helping them because that was something that when I was working before. And if they can have something to help them, I want them to have it.
Okay. But you're saying we, which includes you. Is that right? And
Well, yeah.
You deserve something. What does that mean?
Take literally the word we, yeah. That's me.
So what does that mean, you deserve something?
Judge, I'm going to object. It's been asked. She just answered it, and she answered it very well.
Overruled just changed everything. The judge is effectively telling the jury, you will hear this answer. Now the witnesses know where to hide. This is pressure on every level. Legal, emotional, and psychological.
Rule.
What does that mean? You deserve something.
That's what it says, the words, we.
I know that. What do you mean?
Also,
what are the details that are associated with making a
yeah,
statement?
also me in the future, yes.
And what is it you deserve something for?
For everything we've been through, my family and I, for everybody,
For being what you've been through?
for being through what I've been through.
Okay. You were charged with murder because you shot someone. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
And so why would you deserve something because of that?
Not because of that. I didn't say that I deserve something because of
Okay.
what I did.
I didn't hear any details, so feel free to tell me why.
I'm saying for after, when this is over, for me and my family. And again, for everything we've been through.
Okay. Now, prior to you accepting the Commonwealth's offer and accepting the story, were you negotiating with anyone prior to taking your plea?
Not that I remember.
Okay, I'm sorry, not that you remember.
Yes.
Okay. Were you talking to any media?
Not that I remember either.
Okay. Was there any talk of money with anyone, no matter who it was?
No.
Other than people that you want to pay into your account?
No.
Okay. So this newfound interest in, a nest egg for yourself or money for you has come about since you pled guilty and accepted their deal, correct?
Well, that is correct.
Let's zoom out. The prosecution's message is clear. This interest in money wasn't there before the plea. It surfaced after guilt was established. And that timing is exactly what they want the jury to remember during deliberations.
And and I guess it took a little time to go out into the future in order for you to feel comfortable doing that. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I was thinking about my future, yes.
Thinking it was a huge risk?
Is what?
Did you say huge risk?
No, I was thinking about my future, yes. That's
Thinking
what I
about your
said.
future. Okay.
Yes.
And so that gets back to where I started. So that's just what this is about, is just thinking about your future?
You can say that.
Okay. Well, do you say that?
If you want to put it that way, yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you see the letter that's marked March 8th, 2025?
Yes.
Did you write that?
Yes,
Do you see the highlighted portions?
I can.
And, Your Honor, this is Defendant 68. Can you read the highlighted portion to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
It says, I'm talking to this girl. She's an author, published books and everything. She even sent me her books to read. Her name is Kate. She works with the guy named Zacharias. We have video calls sometimes. They are the ones interested in making a documentary with Netflix about my case, interview, etc. So I'm negotiating with them regarding money, etc. And they could help me while I'm here putting money in my account.
And is that the first time that you told your mom about her?
Well, that's the only message I have here that mentions her, so I would say so.
Okay. And the words say that you're negotiating. Do you have anyone assisting you in negotiating this?
No.
Okay, so it's just you on your own against the television people.
I mean, I had some people, I would say cellmates, that talked to me about it, and they were more, I would say, more smart about it, I guess, and telling me to negotiate, and yeah.
Okay.
So I had people telling me that.
So you're getting advice, but you're doing the negotiation.
Well, I was the one texting, yes, but I was getting advice, yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I was the one texting, but I was getting advice from other people, yes.
Okay. And those are also on Smart Jail Mail?
Yes, should be. What, the messages?
Yeah, the people that you're getting advice from.
No, it's not.
Okay. How are you communicating with them?
I just said it was my cellmates.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.